I need, but wait.
Sure they're not called scoods?
Oh, how handsome you
That's
are.
what we call them, scoods, right?
Yeah, well, I figured,
Oh,
you know, the buddy is going, I better put some clothes on.
America,
Do we get these? These glasses were a special war edition made by Thelma Blitz. And she sells them, Blitz, as in Krieg.
Wow.
She sells them on Spring Street near West Broadway, and somehow this one didn't go over too well. You see, there's a gorilla with the
cocktail
and there's the.
I'll trade you.
There's the. These are soldiers, and they're lying in a pool
Ditch.
of blood. And that's one of the horses of the 4 horses of the apocalypse. You know what they all were? I had to look them up, so I'll tell you.
Okay.
The first is War.
Okay.
That's a red horse.
Okay. Hold your head.
And the second is Victory,
Yeah,
a
sure.
white horse,
Yeah.
also known as Conquest. But Victory is what the U.S. gets. Conquest is what Iraq gets. And the third is Famine.
Yes.
That's coming back. We thought
I think so.
You know, we thought we just had hunger, but I think a better translation now is famine.
Wow.
And the fourth is Death, the Pale Rider. I wonder what color pale is, actually. A whiter shade of, a
Black.
deadlier shade of pale. Let's see, I can actually read with these on. That's amazing. Well, a sermon and a song, you know. So this is part of the sermon here. It's a sermon and a cartoon. The old fucks at home.
Yes. Who's going to read it?
You read the woman's part. I
Me?
know. Yeah, I know why.
I can't see that far.
I know why Bush declared war.
I know why Bush declared war.
Why?
To help us forget our troubles.
To help us forget our troubles, dear.
Oh, I nearly broke my glasses.
The old fucks at home.
And here's an old one that might
That was
actually, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get it? Troubles? War's no trouble for us.
And this is an old one that my
I'm so glad.
my mother actually told this to me. This is a three-parter. Let's see, I have ones here that I can read. Bye, Mom. Goodbye, darling. Kill those bastards. Rip their guts out. You know, your son could get killed in the war. My son? Why would anyone want to kill my darling boy?
It had a tinge of irony to it.
Yeah, okay, this is, when we look boring, you could focus on this. These are addresses and
Bored or boring?
well, both. These are addresses and phone numbers you could call up if you want to stop the war.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're going to have to hold that, right?
Oh, great.
All right. Oh, well, maybe we can,
I'll hold it.
I'll
quit this.
and the next part is actually non-visual, but it's wartime, so we have to do the hard things. And I'd like to read all of you
Come in closer, I guess.
8 quotations.
They can't read that.
8 yeah, you can hold that up while we're doing this, actually, while I'm doing this. 8 quotations on war.
I'll feel my best.
And it'll be over soon. You know, on radio, you sort of had to use your mind sometime. On TV, it's sort of just images, but...
It just gets in the way.
Listen, it's hard, but it's wartime, so listen. This is Chuck, what's his name, the actor?
Heston.
Chuck
Yeah.
Heston.
He quoted Santayana. Here's another quotation from Santayana, 1905. The military classes, since they inherit the blood and habits of conquerors, naturally love war, and their irrational combativeness is reinforced by interest. For in war, officers can shine and rise, while the danger of death to a brave man is rather a spur and a pleasing excitement than a terror. A military class is therefore always recalling, foretelling, and meditating war. It fosters artificial and senseless jealousies toward other governments that possess armies. And finally, as often as not, it precipitates disaster by bringing about the objectless struggle on which it has set its heart. 1905. And then this is by Homer. We have some time now, don't we? Men grow tired of sleep, love, and singing and dancing sooner than of war. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. You know who wrote that? God himself.
I was going to say Satan.
And the Lord said unto Joshua, See, I have given unto thine hand Jericho. And they utterly destroyed all that was in the city. God told them, both man and woman, young and old, and ox and sheep and ass, with the edge of the sword. So that and Caesar were the first genocides I can remember. This is one I like. The conqueror would rather burst the city gate than find it open to admit him. He would rather ravage the land with fire and sword than overrun it without protest from the husbandmen. That's Lucan, 48, Common Era. What's the difference between religion and patriotism? When
What?
a dog howls at the moon, that's religion.
Yeah.
When a dog barks at a stranger, that's patriotism. You want to read one?
Yeah, sure.
But they're getting you nervous, huh?
I'm
All right. Read number 4. This is by Seneca, I guess, who was a really neocon, an old conservative
Apple juice
prick.
manufacturer.
He wrote this in the year
Where
63.
for?
We
All
are mad.
this?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are mad. Not only individuals, but nations also. We restrain manslaughter and isolated murders. But what of war and the so-called glory of killing whole peoples? Our greed has no limit, nor our cruelty. When crimes are committed stealthily by individuals, they are less harmful and less monstrous. But deeds of cruelty are done every day by command of Senate and popular assembly, and servants of the state are ordered to do what is forbidden to the private citizen. Same deeds which would be published by death if
Punished.
committed. Sorry.
Would be punished.
Punished by death if committed in secret are applauded when done openly by soldiers in uniform. Man, the gentlest of animals, is not ashamed to glory in bloodshedding and to wage war when even the beasts are living in peace together.
Nobody did more of that than Seneca, though.
What?
Right.
Seneca was one of the worst.
Right. I said he was a prick. But, you know, even there's good and bad in all of us. All right, there's just a few more. There's just a few more here. This is George Washington. Government is not reason. It is not eloquence. It is force. And then this is Marshal Pierre Lefebvre. I guess he was a Napoleonic marshal. We come to give you liberty and equality, but don't lose your heads about it. The first person who studs without my permission will be shot. And here's one of my favorites.
It's such a familiar ring.
This is Karl Kraus, World War I. How was the world ruled and led to war? Diplomats lie to journalists and believe these lies when they see them in print. And the last one I just found, Max Eastman, who published The Masses in 1917. This magazine was repressed during the war. Men are willing to be dead if only they can be dead in a pile.
Whoa.
Okay, that's the sermon. Now, do we have time for a song?